Blacktastic forever.
Yo, MD, yeah, what's up, man? Look at that girl they call Roxanne. She's so stuck up. Why do you say that? Cause she wouldn't give a guy like me no rap when I was walking down the street. So I said, hello, I'm Kango from UTFO. She said, so? I said, so? Baby, don't you know I can sing and rap dance in just one show? Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Point of View Movie Reviews. Today, I'm reviewing the Netflix original movie, Roxanne Roxanne. This takes place in 1982, when hip-hop was coming into the forefront. There was a popular rap group out called UTFO. They had a #1 hit single, Roxanne Roxanne, which spanned about another 15 diss tracks, and later on, maybe about 85 more after that. This was the story of the first response to Roxanne Roxanne. Now, before you had beef, before you had all this fighting amongst rappers, UTFO is the one that started the whole thing. They were called diss records. It was all for fun, to make money. And this is the life story of Chanté, who took the moniker Roxanne Shante to become famous to do a diss track to UTFO's Roxanne Roxanne. The girl grew up in Queensbridge, New York City. She had a tough life, single mom, raising 4 girls, and Roxanne was the oldest of the 4 girls. And typical girl going to high school, struggling, but one thing she was the best female rapper in pretty much all of New York at that time. She was taking down competition left and right. Guys could not get with her. She would chop them down to size. She would do a lot of boosting to make money on the side, to try to make ends meet. The mother had failed relationships. Kids had broken promises. It was a really tough story to watch, but altogether, it was a very common story in the hood, amongst people of color. Well, she finally got her break. Did a diss track to UTFO's Roxanne Roxanne. It made it to the local newspaper, the local radio station, and boom, it blew up. I remember living in LA during this time and buying UTFO's cassette tape and playing it over and over and over. And I remember all the consecutive diss songs that came out on the radio. Roxanne's parents, the real Roxanne, Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's cousin. It was a phenomenon in the early 80s that made rap music what it is today. And she's a very big part of that. The movie stars Nia Long, Chanté Adams, and my God, they had some of the most beautiful young sisters in this movie. Chanté Adams, I never heard of her until this movie came out. She is absolutely gorgeous, talented, and fierce. It's a very good, gritty movie. I love the whole New York scene. It took you back. And the kind of cool thing, they show how back then they went on tour and vans. Hip hop was fun back then. We actually used vinyl, old school microphones, and concert speakers. It was a happy time to be an MC and a DJ back in those days. And also, it touches on the life in the city, coming up as a youth, and teachers trying to look out for you, and a young teenager trying to help her mom out, but the mom just wanted her to go to school and get an education. But the beautiful thing is, throughout the story, she happened to turn her mom's mind and opinion into liking hip-hop music. Very cool story, very inspiring. And the best part about the movie, at the very end, you get a glimpse how Nas came to be Nas, the famous hip-hop rapper we know today. Very good story. Every young woman should watch this movie. It's encouraging, it's inspiring, and follow your dreams. Pursue anything you want to do in life, and it can't happen. You have to speak it into existence. Roxanne Roxanne. Watch it on Netflix. And that's my point of view.